equally likely to take home the W today. But I think, you know, it's going to be a solid matchup either way. And maybe this sort of Mirage being quite a puggy map at the moment, I think might just lend itself to Peak FE, which feels a little bit more of a mix than the stable core of MIBR is.
Oh, precisely. You pick into this like puggy style of map, it allows you just to be a bit more free, and that's what you kind of need with a roster that's just picking up from everywhere. Because I'm sure they haven't had a lot of time together. The rest of MIBR have been on this roster together for quite a while. But historically, MIBR have been a team of a revolving door. They keep getting new players in. But this time, I think this is like the first season ever we've had a majority stay within the camp of MIBR. So this is going to be great to see. So let's see if they can keep that synergy going with some openings. They're searching for some frags as Gabby gets blinded on short and gets taken out. Baps with the trade or kill onto Dynasty. Danny finds value. There's still 3 Glocks alive and kicking.
Babs took a lot of damage there, and Regine is not going to be finding anything. Cards of Banana, beautiful kill there, but 3v3 on the retake. Health is looking pretty bad for some of these Peak players, and with the pistols, that could be dangerous. But 11 takes down Kaiser. A little bit of help from Babs there in the mix, but that timer is ticking. There isn't a kit available, so it needs to come in soon. Tapping away, Danny lines them up, but runs out of bullets, has to reload. And unfortunately, in the meantime, teammate has fallen. It's just Danny left, taps the bomb, trying to bait out these plays. Knows one's bench, but isn't surprised there by Cards of Banana. And that is going to be the pistol round secured for Peak FE in beautiful style. It's a bomb plant as well, and really the stars aligning for them.
And looking at the numbers here, I had a look before the game, the past 3 months from MIBR, looking at their games on Gamers Club and Brazil Game Show, during the ESL League and ESL Impact Cash Cups as well. Their CT pistols, I'm sorry, they're a bit abysmal. 38% success rate. Out of 42
it's the worst
maps.
round to be bad at as well, because those CT pistols are one of the most important, dare I say, the most important in a game, because you lose that CT pistol, suddenly a quarter of the map can just sort of disappear, and it doesn't set you up to have a nice, stable economy in the slightest. I'm liking this a little bit quieter start from Peak FE. Maybe expecting a little bit of aggression, knowing that MIBR have to be on these pistols, so they're playing it pretty safe, trying to isolate this fight.
Ooh.
In window.
The elusive jump throw. Bring
They've
it back,
been a little
please.
bit messy, yeah, with jump throws recently.
Bring it back, please.
You heard Nuke. If Nuke says bring it back,
there was a button in the beta. There was a button in the beta in sworn secrecy. There was a button that did the jump throw. Now we have this. It's all a learning experience. As Cards of the Banana finds a great opening, but it's Baps with the USP finding kills, as well as Gabby with that P250. Oh, this is getting messy indeed. A 2-1-2. Baps picks up the MAC-10. There's an AK picked up by Regine, but she can't hold on for the spray. 11 to seal the deal. It's messy, but it's a 2-0 start from Peak.
MIBR, we've got to highlight how well they did in trying to make that round competitive. I'd also love to have seen the stats on how many weapon swaps happened. Because if you have a look here, they just kept switching between the Galil, the MAC-10, and it was a little bit messy, a little bit wild, but overall good conversion there from Peak. It's going to be the next round that might cause some problems, because MIBR, they've got the weaponry here. A little light on utility in some of these players. And that's a problem on this CT side. Now, over towards this B side, heavy apps control wanting to be taken here by Volulu, trying to spot that junk peak through the fire and the flames. And it's Gabby on the other side here. And mid, actually, they've been awarded a lot of space towards mid as well here. And this map control looking amazing.
MIBR, I think they played a bit more passive. They're scared a bit. Peak are bringing in a lot of firepower. And within the name, they are peeking. They are not afraid. On the names on the opposite side of the server. MIBR just does let them breathe all the way through mid. And look at that player right next to the smoke.
Babs, timing here is going to be imperative, and unfortunately just not ready there for Cards of Banana. Lulu 4K's got so much space over towards Connector, and actually a lot of information here. They've managed to split this map up very nicely. It looks like that bomb is floating over towards A. It's heading over towards mid here, and there's plenty of people to make sure that it is going to arrive safely. Look at this. No one home. Playing back Sate. Reggiane is the only one available. If they clear her out, this is going to be a problem. If she can find a kill here, might be good. If she can double down, even better. Has a little help from Kaiser. Finally falls there to 11. But they've done so much. They've got on site. And Gabby, she might be able to deny this plant. Spotted out, but distracted by Cara de Banana. Bomb plant is safe, and so is the round.
Kind of honed in on the bomb planter, was just like, this could be an easy kill. I just need to get a bit more around the smoke. Let's get around it a little bit. But that kind of just brought it out in the open. So it's an easy kill to Cloud from the play over towards stairs. This opening for Cara de Banana, forever so patient. Babs getting a bit angsty, goes for the aggro peek to try and get some info. And that causes chaos within the team. It's a 3-0 start from Peak. They continue with some great momentum. A double swing down lowers. It's going to be bet by Lulu 4K.
Ooh, dangerous fight, especially up close with the MP9. And unfortunately, that's not a fight you're going to be winning. And they've managed to scrounge up that weapon. More arms on more of these players. Lulu's actually found themselves a lot of space and a lot of respect here, but has to get into connector quickly because they are not safe out in the open. And that pressure coming in from Palace there is going to be vital. Kaiser taken down and distracted. The wham bam from 11 and Dynasty going to take them out the round. And Babs trying to find something, anything. There's just too many players watching this peak. They are overwhelming. Danny and Gabby, however, they're going to keep fighting for this. And suddenly 11, what looked like a really nice round. They had the site, they had the bomb on site. Suddenly, it's been left alone to try to do it all. It's dangerous to plant here, worried about connector and jungle. Actually, they're going to respect it and let the plant come on through. But now has to try find somewhere to hit this post plant. But they're all coming through Ticket. She could line these up perfectly. Gets the first, ducking back behind the box. But the double swing is going to keep it safe. And it's going to keep MIBR in this game, getting themselves on the scoreboard early on.
Great effort from 11. Trying to isolate the Jules, but then the last final wide swing. Didn't realize that both players would be looking in her direction. Just gets a bit overwhelmed. MIBR on to wrap it out of the hat. They get their first round with some great openings towards lowers. But this opening as well, we didn't even get to see it. We just saw it in the kill feed. Gabby takes down that AWP with the 5-7. And the round just kind of waterfalled afterwards.
Yeah, I don't think that was a kill we were expecting to see as well. 5-7 versus AWP. You don't win that fight very often. But now, Peak FE, money is running a little bit dry for them. They are going to have to try win this round if they want to afford the next here. And they're going to have to try do it very convincingly. Babs has got an eye on mid here. Actually, a lot of respect shown. 11's managed to get themselves behind the cart here. But Danny out in mid.
Babs on the big green, spots like Cara de Banana. Danny searching over towards the top mid boxes. Knows that one player there. Ah, she is.
Oh no, she's managed to escape, don't worry. Reggiane, beautiful 2K to try keep this round. They've got the player advantage now as well. Dynasty just going to run back and hide, waiting for 11 to get here, and hopefully one of them can alleviate the pressure. But this site is now swarmed. That bomb has been dropped in a really inconvenient location, as being watched like a hawk here. Of course, Reggiane in hell. It's going to be difficult to clear out as well. The crossfire is so well established. 11 has the right idea. Matter of timing. She's just looking the wrong way there. She tries to sneak into sandwich. Dynasty left to try do it all. Ooh, jump up, spotted, taken down, but immediate trade there. And that's the benefit, having 4 left alive with that bomb down. The crossfire so perfectly established.
Perfect execution, just waiting for the time to tick on by. The T's need to do something, but they peak individually and they get caught out. Reggiane so strong on the anchor roll. Repositions all the way to underneath balcony. Waits in the shadows, gets the kill. MIBR closing the gap. It's a 1-round game.
Yeah, that early smoke is going to stop them. That Molotov as well is going to mean that Reggiane has a full grasp on mid early on. It's something that they've been desperately trying to do. Lulu 4K actually going to have crept through the tunnels here, but Danny on catwalk. They're going to have this on lockdown, but the messy spray is going to cause problems as Lulu gets that opening pick, and now Danny suddenly so much more to do. They've got to play it over towards connector to try help on out here, but there's just so much going on in mid. Kaiser We talked about that connector player desperately trying to find something to keep the balance. Danny creeps on forward as well. That's the player Chair taken down. Cara de Banana does find one in the mixer and brings it down to a 3v3. They've managed to pick up that rifle as well. Gabby getting aggressive as well. That smoke going to cause issues because suddenly 11 either has to disrespect it or they have to fall back even further. And that's what it looks like they're going to do and try re-hit mid.
Cara de Banana 11 splits across the entire map, and Cara de Banana has the bomb. So 11's got to try and make some commotion to kind of alleviate some pressure on Cara de Banana. She's a bit of a pickle here.
She can try
no rifles.
Window, might be able to help a little bit, but again, as you said, it's a difficult position.
Danny's watching this. Good spot, the head pop up. Kind of a bit of whack-a-mole. Oh, she walks up the stairs. She goes in for the jewels because it's just her alone. She's able to find an A1S, but can't get anything done. It's Babs to seal the deal, and 3-3, we're all tied up.
Lovely comeback here from MIBR, and that's the thing, is on their CT side, suddenly things can slip away from you very quickly. But that 3-round lead that was started, they have decided 3 is enough. It's time to get themselves into gear here. But it's really nice to see that Peak aren't letting these rounds be, you know, complete stomps as well. Is that they're having these moments. They've got really nice reads as well. It's just these moments where MIBR are a little bit quicker on the trigger. 11 fully flashed there, and actually Babs lucky to be alive off the back of that. Reggian trying to help out a little bit and has managed to push up really far, but that smoke, once it fades, could be in a little bit of trouble. But spotted so many players, gets the first, tries to find Cara de Banana, but they have just been a menace in mid this whole game so far. Going for a little bit more. They are going to have to contend with the AWP here, just going to smoke it on off to try buy themselves safe passage. And suddenly it's going to slow down a little bit as they head on over, shimmy towards that B side.
It was so interesting. The initial few rounds, those 3 rounds at Peak, if you were able to close out, there was no contest towards mid. And I don't know if that was part of the MIBR's game plan to kind of condition them to think, oh, mid's free. But recent rounds, even like the previous round before, Reggian was just out in the open on window, suspecting the rush through mid, ready for the fight. It was a bit messy, and it's again the mid jewels that come in clean. But now, Peak have got the bomb site. And the CTs are locked out.
This is a little bit of a problem because they have an idea that that AWP is in market. A lot of attention over towards there as well. Lulu 4K falling, that's the first piece in the puzzle, but Cara de Banana there is going to be keeping it on lockdown. They know where the last player is. They know that that AWP was hiding in market, so all they've got to do is watch now. That bomb planted safely. There's not much of an opportunity here. Babs, not only that, has to try get out alive here as well, and Dynasty, that missing piece in apartment there. They're trying to clear out, trying to find her, but there's not even going to be time for that defuse now as well. Trying to throw a smoke to cover themselves, but even if Dynasty hadn't got that kill, escape looked slim to none. And Peak, they let MIBR get 3. They bite back now. Not willing to let this get let the snowball get too big.
Hopefully the snowball doesn't turn into a bit of an avalanche. Triple A setup. Again, they're leaving mid alone. They've once again tried to get the conditioning, and now they just leave it completely unguarded. Got one playing connector to try to fend off anything. Babs goes for an early peek but gets denied. Value. What should I say? Valulu. Yahoo!
They've got Valulu and Lulu 4K. It's a very Lulu team. We can make a lot of Delulu jokes potentially as well. I think there's a lot of fun that we can have here as well. Cara de Banana has the AWP now and has a lovely little angle here. Danny hints it in there, whether she knows it or not. And Kaiser, how much space they've taken. They've been very proactive over towards A, but actually, they might have a little bit of an issue because there's that Palace player, but both are stomping and making noise. In the meantime, Gabby making waves over towards that B site, and Cara de Banana was not expecting them to have pushed up that far. Stomping away is going to let them know their position. Gabby going for some more here, single-handedly keeping this site to herself. It is closed for entry, and now suddenly it's just Lulu 4K, but she's managed to find a really interesting route through the map here. However, Gabby, sixth sense tingling, holding for it, waiting for it, hits the shot. It's absolutely perfect, and that's a 4K just solo keeping this round in MIBR's favor.
The initial peek from Babs gets denied, and immediately we have Gabby taking back the position, holds down B start. Here's that opening again to Valulu, and it's Gabby to get the clean trade and then post up over towards B apps, just denying any sort of more aggression from this T side. Great knowledge of the game, knew exactly where Lulu 4K would have been.
Ooh, heavy towards tunnel once again. They've really been favoring this route through mid, actually. And it's yielded them a lot of results here. Babs has unfortunately been the victim of a lot of these assaults. And once again, they've managed to take this control. Carta Banana is having a little look in windows. The moment the Babs tries peeks this again, there might be some trouble in mid. We talked about how Peak really do enjoy this mid control once again. Just uncontested here. MIBR happy just to sit on the sites and let them play into them.
We have Dynasty already in window. Nobody's around, but it's could put a spat in the works if any rotations try to come in. Ooh, Kizza from underneath Belk takes down Lulu 4K. Kizza tries to hold up, but it's Cara de Banana to deny. Region emerges, but it's Cara de Banana with the triple. She finds all three on the A bomb site.
The spray is so messy there from MIBR. So many opportunities. And Region, if they'd been able to get a double kill, there might have been a different situation. But now, such a disadvantageous retake on their hands there. That AK being scooped up by none other than the savior of this round, Cara de Banana. Now, Danny and Gabby, so much to do, so much to clear out. A little bit of utility for Palace. Try buy themselves some space onto site. Crawling upstairs to try find that kill, but they're tucked in ramp. Cara de Banana, lovely position. They line up. Gabby gets the first. It's an immediate trade. However, Danny trying to push round. It's a player in the smoke with their knife out, swinging wildly to try get it 11. However, has the angle, knows where that bomb is planted, and keeps it safe at MIBR. They're struggling a little bit. A couple of messy sprays in there, and the round slips through their hands in a matter of pistol shots.
Statement win from Peak. Just absolutely the disrespect. Cara de Banana, check this 3K. Ends it off with a quadra. But just picking off the weak players left, right, and center. Cara de Banana posts up. Posting up, but nobody's home.
Lulu, there's nobody playing Van. They've liked to play this early angle quite a lot, and actually playing a little bit further back. They've stacked over towards B. Of course, they're on those pistols. They've left Region with the only upgraded weapon there over on A alone. Actually, this stack well placed, whether they know it or not. Actually, Peak, however, they are just gonna bank off there. Something in the back of their minds telling them that maybe it's a little too quiet elsewhere. Jian getting quite proactive here, trying to take the fight to them. Maybe might be able to catch out Valulu here. They round the corner, but in the meantime, look at the space already taken by Dynasty. This site, I'd say it's already fallen. If Region can find something, anything here, will be cash in the back pocket. But unfortunately, the double peak not going to yield any favors for her. And suddenly, A site completely empty. You can see the swarm coming on over, actually. I like that they've got 11 as that little contingency. You can hear all of the footsteps as well. So much information that no one's gone jungle.
Bomb has been planted.
Oh, I was worried about Kizza. Could catch 11 off guard, but 11 catches Kizza off guard. Babs goes searching on top of the head. Can't find anybody. They are not budging. They've locked down the site. They've locked down their angles. Nobody enters the A bomb site without answering to a bullet from Peak.
Okay. She's watching here as well. It might be a little difficult for her to try get out of this alive, however. Spots it, breaks the window. There's a couple of people there actually just going to decide to tuck their tail and run. And Danny, unfortunately, going to fall to the bomb there. Not that there was anything much to save, however, MIBR, that round struggled a little bit to find any semblance here. But again, just an eco. Nothing too special coming on out there, but really, really nice stuff coming out from Peak FE. I am genuinely quite surprised here.
Me too. It's amazing CS. I've been watching them pull out.
This is their map pick, so you'd hope so. The banana looking for something early. Actually, here's a little bit of spray. Actually, attention diverted over towards Connector of Reggian, using the smoke and the cover to dip into... I was going to say dip and stun. Actually, just going to hang out there as well, just below the line of sight of Cara de Banana. Safe for now. That Molotov, however, is going to force the fight. Annie in a little bit of trouble here. If they try peek this corner, sniper rifle barrel looking directly at her. Very quiet round. Everyone being quite patient here, and it's actually Gabby going to be making first contact, taking down that apartments player. And suddenly, infinitely more difficult for Peak FE. 11 alleviating some of the pressure on Reggian there, who would be in just hiding about and Connect, having a really rough old time dodging this utility. That's going to be the call to rotate now. But as you can see, MIBR, they've got a little bit of a read on this as well. Kaiser up close and personal.
Ooh, gets a double, but Dynasty finds Babs. Kissa out in the open, does not even get a single bullet. Puts down the smoke, waits even more time. 20 seconds left on the clock. 2-on-3, they flash to the smoke. Kissa blind, scurries back. They just deny, they just ignore her. Lulu 4K turns back. But it's Danny.
That flash was so perfect, but the issue was it affected both teams, so they just completely missed her. And then by the time they realized that she was there was 9 seconds left on the clock, and, you know, little bit of an issue. That smoke that Kissa dropped bought so much time for them that single-handedly they would have won on time either way. But beautifully played.
I just like that timing. Gabby gets that kill over towards B apps, and immediately Peak decide to scale immediately just to find a peak pick towards mid. They found their play in Connector. That kind of pushed a bit more momentum into the round. So I'm still liking what I'm seeing from Peak. They still, once again, they love to spread across the entirety of the map. Searching for every avenue where MIBR decide to kind of alleviate some of their defenses. We've seen time and time again, MIBR like that boosted up position over towards App, so throwing the molly for good measure.
Ooh, Reggian flash to get themselves out of dodge there. Very dangerous position. I like how they both spotted each other and decided, nah, it's not worth the fight right now.
Yeah, no.
Heading over towards A, however. And it's Kissa that's had this up-close angle so many times. Hopefully, this time, going to yield a couple more results. Slowly, they're taking their sweet time. I think Babs just spotted on out there, gonna back away, and nades to try soften her up a little bit. Reggian, really important here, but is being locked down by Cara to Banana. It's gonna require 11 to try get this kill on Danny, because the moment one of them peeks the other, gonna play off the back of it, and Cara to Banana had the advantage, had the angle here as well, but suddenly he's just out on an island in mid. In the meantime, the rest of the teams managed to get onto site. They haven't managed to clear out that Palace player just yet, however. Kissa, right peak at the right time, could be everything, but Lulu 4K shuts it down immediately. Babs, finds a kill in the meantime, denies that bomb plant, and suddenly that timer, once again, Peak FE's worst enemy. Lulu 4K trying to find this kill, but Reggian runs up the stairs. That's going to be a 6-6 half.
Well. Twitch chat seemed to be right in this affair. 50-50% between the two teams and deciding who will be victorious as we are split down the middle in the first game, the first map of the series, 6-6. Peak FE with a stellar T-side. Tied up with MIBR. Now they switch on sides.
A very heavy A presence here from MIBR. They just storm the site here. Courage to Banana caught on the reload. It's information. They are going to try chase it down, but lots of teammates coming in from B. They don't want to be too apprehensive on this. A little bit of damage done to Lulu 4K, but no casualties yet. That is all about to change. Rounds the corner, rounds 3 of them. It's a bit of a bloodbath, but Danny and Reggian, they keep it calm. They get it done, and now it's just 11. I say that not for long. And MIBR, what a crazy round to start it on off with. Bursting onto site, and then there is nothing that Peak can do to get back into it.
Very stark contrast to their T-side pistol. CT side pistol, stellar. Everybody stays alive. Perfect pistol, perfectly executed. 7-6. They found the first round in the second half. Peak. All on the pistols. They quadra stack over towards B, and that's where the conga line is headed.
It is, but unfortunately the conga lines pass each other because the conga through apartments is not quite going to meet with the conga down catwalk, but kills actually going in the way of Peak FE here. And suddenly, they've got a little bit of trouble on their hands. Tapped away a little bit by the Molotov is Gabby, but they've managed to get themselves onto site. It's just 11 here. They managed to pick up that dropped MAC-10. For the rest of the team, so far away, that bomb going to go down, and retake going to be a little bit difficult. They know that there's a couple of players on catwalk. They felt the wrath of them in the early stages of the round, and it's taking Valulu a little while to crawl around the world to join them.
I think she's more going away to kind of save this AK because the possibility of retaking the site is very low. So probably also posting up for some exit frags. I would prefer potentially to kind of stay away a bit and just have 11 with this MAC-10 up towards apartments. But alas, MIBR headed in the opposite direction. Bombs ticking down, no defuse kit in play. So 11 hoping to find somebody, but nobody's home besides the bomb. The ticking friend gives a big slap on the back.
It does. That bomb is racking up its kills this game, to give it its due. I want a bomb kill counter. I think that's what I need to see CS add in the next update, you know?
A bomb counter.
Exactly. I need to see bomb stats, you know? But it's looking pretty good for MIBR, winning those 2 rounds in the conversions. However, that was a little bit of a bonus for them. Peak FE, they finally have the arsenal to properly contend this round. So this is going to be the proper test of MIBR on their T side now. It looks like once again they're quite early on towards B here, and they're trying to get ahead of that Molotov, and that they are. It's forced Valulu off a little bit.
With that Molotov, it does disconnect MIBR a little bit. So they wanted to have 2 players head on over towards B. So that's why we had one of the players hold Kiza up in front. Then rejoins with her teammate. We still got a lot of rounds left to play. But as we're still watching this first map, the first map of Atrix versus Capyvaras has concluded. Kiza finds an opening onto Corridor Banana and lowers. Trying to cut me off there. We got to talk about the other game, Capyvaras. Sadly, the Capyvaras are not victorious. Atrix taking them down 13-4 on Dust 2.
Ooh. Atrix, they're my dark horse underdog pick. I think I'm a big Atrix fan. But alas, we've got this game on our hands to finish up. We've got to try and get map number 1 done on here. That Molotov going to force the fight for Dynasty. Unfortunately, right into Reggian's crosshairs. And now we can see Lulu 4K running on up through Connector, not exactly being quiet about the matter. But now that smoke gonna disrespect it, and that might cause some problems. But Lulu 4K jumps on up, spots something in her vision, swivels around, gets another kill, and look at that. The team converges, clears this bomb side, and that is a stellar retake.
They had to throw that Molotov onto the side to deter that one player. Looked kind of cool if you could see that player run across. Kind of looked like Ghost Rider with the flames carried on her back. But that created more time for the rest of the players to rotate in, and they get those final kills. Lulu 4K, stellar work finding an opening on stairs, and then finding that player through the smoke. But Lulu swings on from CT, gets the final kill. And an amazing round from the likes of Peak to secure their first CT round.
Indeed. Window smokes, which I know is something we talked about. Window smokes, the number I've seen go wrong recently has been quite marvelous. But these smokes looking perfect. Courage to Banana forced back into connector there, and Danny just storming up catwalk. Lovely opening pick is immediately traded. Now that's got Valulu on high alert. Here's the jump, spots one, here's another. Getting ready as they peek round the corner. Doesn't quite expect Gabby there as well. Gabby readying up for some more fights, but 11 takes him down. They're going eye for an eye here, back and forth. They've managed to land themselves in a 2v2 here. A little bit of damage on each player on each side as well. It couldn't be more even if they tried. And now Babs is on bench, but that bomb has been dropped and she has to try retrieve it. And Peak, they are watching her, watching this exit from bench. They jump on up. Babs gets the first kill, swivels round, desperately trying to make sure no one claims that apartment space, but it's Babs doing it all. Gets them a 9th round, immediately biting right back.
So to see, Courage to Banana knew just the general direction of how to assist. Takes down Danny, but alas, as we saw, MIBR fighting back tooth and nail with Babs with a great hold from bench. Denies 2 from retaking the site. It's a lot of pistols. We've seen what these pistols can do.
Yeah, especially when they are all stacked up on the right side. They've been really lucky with these gamble stacks as well. They've been guessing right a lot of the time, and you have a look at how much space Courage Banana has taken, as well as 11. They've got to have whittled down that it's on A, but even if they hadn't, the sound of that utility and the guns coming up blazing is going to be indication enough as they clear out that A site. And now Courage Banana 11, they have an MP9, and that's about it, and even that's not long left for this world. And Courage Banana left alone here, maybe an exit pick in an ideal world, but actually this is a very difficult fight to win here.
4 players so tantalizingly low. You just want at least one, but you found the one player with 100 HP. So they all survive, and it's MIBR to double digits. They lead by 3.
Tantalizingly, I like that. I might have to steal that word from you then, dude. But that is beautiful from them. Lovely anti-eco, of course. There wasn't much to fight against them in this round, but the fact that they keep it so clean is looking very good. Going to be able to buy into this one are Peak FE. Looks like they're trying to boost up into ladder room early on. They've been liking to try take this mid control. We saw it on their T side. We're seeing it on their CT. They have managed to get Babs up all the way into connector already, unspotted as well. And it's whether 11 is accounting for this as well. We can see that the smoke on window has diverted her attention back over towards A and connector. Might cause some issues because they are funneling into her. That HE to pop smoke is only going to cause issues as Courage Banana and 11 both full. Dynasty locked out by this smoke here, and they're spamming away. Kaiser, oh, to look on this little window. No one going to be crawling on through to their deaths, however, as they all gather round in ticket booth.
The rest of MIBR regroup as the rest of Peak try to peek their way through CT. Trying to spot every angle of Region with a great crossfire to absolutely annihilate the retake. Gabby with the double to close. It's 11. It's 7-11.
It is indeed. MIBR, it's something that I want to sing their praises about. Is once they get into these post-plant situations, their crossfires that they establish are impenetrable. The fact that they just had, the Gabby up in Palace, who didn't even need to peek. Everyone was out of sight, which made it so much harder because, Peak was running low on utility to clear them on out as well. I've just been distracted by the fact that I noticed Danny has a Zeus. And if you know anything about me, I'm a big fan of the Zeus. And the fact that, it now awards you money, it's cheap, it reloads, I think it's a very viable weapon. And I'm very curious to see where it gets played. I think it has been sold, however, which I am now miserable about.
Oh.
This is one of the downsides. In CSGO, if you bought something, you couldn't sell it, And now if you accidentally buy a Zeus, you've got no reason to try use it, Sad times, sad times.
Yeah. Now that you mentioned it, that there was a Zeus in play, I'm very
Oh,
sad.
no, it's
Oh, it's
back.
still in play.
It's there.
It's back. It's back. It's there.
Yes!
But they aren't getting close enough. Region takes on Lulu 4K. Goes and searching for info, but only found lead.
This is problem 11. Trying desperately to dodge this. The utility forcing her on out. Region, beautiful kill there for Lulu. And Karate Banana trying to find something, but they have to wait out this smoke here. And in the meantime, that bomb's already gone down. Molotov's not going to make life any easier for them as well. They've whittled down where they are. Lovely headshot from Danny. And now it's just for Lulu dodging bullets desperately as they converge on her. Take her down. And that is a 12th. That is map point for MIBR.
Clean half so far from MIBR. Peak. Come on. The comeback. We know you have it in you. We know it.
I believe. We saw that amazing comeback, you know, from Let Her Cook and Na'Vi, where I think it was 12-8 to Na'Vi won, was it 3 or 4 rounds in a row to bring it to overtime, and then ended up taking the map as well. So no feat is too great for these ESL Impact teams. Especially with the brilliance we've seen coming out from Peak Effie. They've struggled a little bit on this CT side so far. And they've not really been able to get that warp out and on Kara to Banana. Turns out it doesn't really matter. She's been killing it on the rifle, but not having that firepower has left them a little bit vulnerable.
This time around, this half, Peak allow MIBR a bit of freedom over towards mid, so they hedge more of their efforts towards anchoring the bomb sites. We even have a player still in CT spawn. Gabby finds Dynasty. It's 11, tries to push to the smoke. Region. Ooh,
To each other,
they
go,
kiss.
just pull the trigger. When this smoke fades, 11's either going to have the quickest reaction time ever, or Region, you know, oh, there we go, 6th sense through the smoke, did it. And that is a little bit of a problem because Peak, they've got 2 plays left to try defend this map. And it is a full stack, that bomb going down, and all hope is starting to tick away for Lulu. Has to be careful, there's someone right around the corner. And Kaza, beautifully done, but they actually don't manage to take on Lulu. That is a little bit of hope, a light at the end of the tunnel. Danny dances around the bullets. Lulu gets the kill. Babs, however, the trade, and now it's just for Lulu. 18 HP, has to do it all. Rounds the corner, but Babs, it's clean, it's clinical, and it's a 13th round. And that is going to be MIBR taking away, stealing that Peak Effie map pick away from them.
Oh, it was looking so good for Peak in that first half, but the second half, the CT side was the downfall. 4 in a row to close it out from MIBR. They take the win, they take the dub, and they're going to be heading on to Inferno.
To play this. On the flip side, this shows that they haven't had necessarily as much practice in this formal setting on this map, and that worries me a little bit for them because, of course, not only is this MIBR's map pick, this is the sort of the map that they need to win if they want to take this to a third and secure themselves the first victory of the season.
They have the elements of surprise to Peak because MIBR have no idea where they're going to set up. So it's a bit of a detective game at the beginning, and they're reading this very well. Karate Banana alone over towards B. She does drop a decoy. Oh, it's actually not from her. It's actually from the T's. Trying to do the reverse psychology, of course, as they creep their way up to the top of Banana. Karate Banana holds off Banana.
She's still alone. None of these rotates have even come on over yet. They've given up the whole of this the whole of Banana, and now B-site is coming under fire. That smoke gonna block her off from Church unless she can get ahead of it as well, which she does sneak around the outside, and only now with the rotates coming in, but it might be a little too late because look at that, already burst onto site. They've cleared out the whole of site. They know that she must be hiding in Church now. One more teammate for Lulu has joined them, but the rest of the team crawling through mid. They are going to try pincer this Banana, and it is going to be Babs that has to try defend this. It's going to be the Canary, the early warning sign that danger is coming. The rest of the team, all they have to do is hold fire. There's only a single kit available, and it's on Kara to Banana. Babs spamming away, gets to Gabby with one of their own, and suddenly the whole of the retake falls apart. Just Dynasty left, peeks from one angle, gets killed from another, and MIBR secure themselves the pistol.
Karate Banana did not suspect the reverse psychology.
No. That is true. But you never expect it. Or maybe she did expect it. And we don't think... I don't know how I can try to decipher this one, I'll be honest with you.
We're opening a can of worms. Rather keep the worms in the can.
Is your thing, yeah. Put the worms back in the can.
Put the worms back in the can. They can stay there. Ooh, this could get interesting. They're waiting in anticipation. They're waiting. They're waiting to rush down mid, possibly.
They've got a lot of presence. They've got that little ult mid from Danny there as well. And they've got Reggian watching from main mid. But in the meantime, that B-side's completely empty. And I think they're about to find that out real soon. They are doing their due diligence to clear it out with utility. Was a little bit worried since Cards Banana was still hiding in church that whole round. Now they've realized bomb site to themselves. They are going to give up this position. I hope that maybe they keep Danny there. She'll be able to hear all of these footsteps. Might be able to sneak around the corner. Get a nice couple of multi-kills here. As Reggian prepares to take the fight from top Banana. And in the meantime, look at that. Danny from behind. They sweep up. They pincer them from both sides. And that's going to be the round done and dusted.
Is it dinner time? Reggian just ate up 4 eco frags and so quickly. She must have been famished.
Oh, I don't blame her. This time, no eco frags to be found on this coming round. Might be able to find a couple of non-eco frags, even more filling, some might say. And I will be curious to see, because they have been gamble stacking both of these previous rounds. And this time, looks a little bit more of a default setup. They've set a little bit of util and Courage Banana having a look mid. Babs absolutely throwing herself down. Banana, however, is stopped by the flames. And is a little bit more of a busy site to contend with this time.
Current Banana waits for any peek over towards mid, but the hit is going on towards B. Already 11 rotating towards for the assistance. Lulu 4K. Poking and prodding with the A1S. No bullets connecting, no sound cues made.
Problem Babs, I think, might be trapped a little bit here. 4K gonna get aggressive. This might be the problem. The flash is absolutely perfect, and Babs actually had the line of sight, but goes down. Kizza does find one, but they're at a disadvantage now. They almost line up there for Reggian, but for Lulu and 11, they keep the lid on this, and Danny managed to weasel her way through arches, and she's a little bit of an unknown entity in the wind, but she has to win all of these fights. And Carrot Banana, it is only a scout, but she's so good on the sniper rifle usually. Has to contend with this. That's the first kill. 2 more to go, but she has to be wary. Dynasty's coming from behind. She has to pick up the pace here.
Look at this setup. We got one boosted on top of the wall. One in the same covey that Babs and Meta Damars. And he's loud about it. The nade comes in, but it's the rifle from 11 to seal the deal, and then Peak found their first round. A great flashbang. Babs was playing in the right position, trying to play the anti, making sure that Lily 4K would not know her, but look at that swing around like a ballerina.
Absolutely incredible scenes there, and Peak, good round to be getting in there as well. MIBR, they are awarded another buy off the back of 2 incredible starting off rounds. Lulu 4K, nice little nade early on, very aggressive, swings round the corner, gets it done. Kizza has found one in the meantime, but seems like a consolation prize if nothing else. And a lot of apartments control going on here. That might spell some trouble, because this A site very clearly locked down. They funneled them back over towards B once more, where 11 and Lulu 4K still stand tall and proud. Molotov, that's going to cause some problems. And there we go, that's the damage tick, that's the sound cue. They are going to smoke off CT, so they have managed to isolate Lulu 4K on this site. Flashbang's good, she's still got the angle. 11 hiding in the smoke, might just choose to disrespect it. But in the meantime, her team falls. 11 good for only 1 here. Resmoke coming on out. They are trying to get a little bit of a crab hold on this site, sending someone from Banana. Whereas Banana still hanging on in church. That bomb has now gone down. Health is low, however, for these MIBR players. Current Banana could just farm here. Gets the first, almost line up. Danny, however, lives hobbling through the rest of the round. And Dynasty Stars are aligning here. She doesn't know where she is, and that's the kill. Plenty of time with the defuse, even with that kit. And that is
Scarlet faced on Dynasty says it all. It just says it all. Look at that smile.
We love to see the player smiling after a round like that, and that's a lovely clutch as well. The early damage coming out from Peak, absolutely monumental there, because Current to Banana, the fact that she's able to get one, almost getting the second as well, but every point of damage just made it ever so slightly easier for Dynasty at the end there. But keeping their nerve, getting that kill. We talked about it, Dynasty, the new addition, and a player that we really don't know an awful lot about. And it's rounds like that that show us why she's on this team.
Again, more aggression over towards Banana. They're trying to work this Banana, and A comes in, and it just annihilates Valulu. And Lulu, Valulu la Lulu. Too much Delulu going on.
11 trying to spot this, because MIBR, they're wanting to take the space and get aggressive, I think. Try and hold off this retake. With a couple of these players quite low health. I think Peak, however, they've already decided this round is over, just wanting to save these weapons. Not even looking for an exit frag. Actually, maybe Current to Banana goes for one here, because they're only on an MP9. They do have to evacuate somehow, I think. However, it looks like they're going to head through spawn instead. That beautiful round from MIBR.
Absolutely clinical. I was the old Classico, rushed on Banana with a lower bar.
We haven't seen an A play at all yet, Lou.
A might have like an infection or something. It's not.
I was gonna say, are they allergic to the A side?
It's a bit gross, a bit ew.
There's too many routes around it, you know. B site, you can just go straight through Banana, one route in, boom, easy, simple, done, right? A, you know, there's long, there's short, there's mid, there's alt mid, there's apartment, there's a whole mess, right? So I think keeping it simple and just heading B, I say that. Actually, it looks like they want to hit A now. They've conditioned them. They've sent 3 players to defend this B side, but A is actually the target this time around, I think. And suddenly, 11 and Dynasty have a real fight on their hands here. Dynasty boosted up on the flower pot. Lovely angle to work with here, but they are just going to skirt right around the outside of her. Flashing over high to help them escape this apartment as they use Babs as a distraction.
Dynasty jumps off of GFR, gets one onto Regia, but it's Danny with the trade, and Kizza finds Lulu 4K. 11 at the top of mid, the only one closest to the site. As we do have Valulu approaching the archway. But I don't think there's any way of getting back into this round at this point.
No, we sung praises of MIBR's post plants over on Mirage, and it's just another perfect textbook example of that. Gabby being that little lurk presence, the backstab coming on through. 11 does find Babs and buys himself a little pocket of air to breathe. However, not enough utility to flush out Danny here from Graveyard. Not Graveyard, sorry, Pit.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I
Suddenly
purposely said this. Costa's curse. Costa's curse.
Okay. Beautiful round.
I'll take my payment, Peak. I'll take my payment. Thank you very much. You can put that check in the mail.
You're taking vibes now, Newt. Tut, tut, tut.
I'm using my powers for good here.
For good. I'd say this is for evil. You're manipulating the outcome. Don't like this.
You love an underdog story.
We got given the script at the start of the season, Newt. What are you doing, man?
I have editing power.
That was absolutely beautiful. That 11 single-handedly managing to isolate these kills, and the fact that, you know, they just didn't have the ability to flush that player out as they exited apartments. They didn't have anything. They had a flash to try deal with Danny, but that's it. And still, yet they manage. But I think we are having a little bit of a pause here. Usually match pause means that there is a technical issue going on, which, you know, CS2 and technical issues, they go hand in hand.
Like how the previous round, we were actually praising MIBR on their post-plant positioning on the T side. But that left a lot to be desired in that case, because it allowed for Peak to kind of isolate the jewels, because MIBR were a bit spread across the entire bomb site. It just allows them to kind of get specific angles. Peek off onto each player one by one.
So I'm going to interrupt you quickly here. That pause is because I believe Danny's dog was going crazy. All is well now, however. The doggo is settled, and I think absolutely valid reason to sort stuff out. Can be a little bit distracting with the noise, and also got to make sure that the pup is all right. Pet cam. We love pet cams. I said, is Danny's dog. Danny, all we can see is just a shadow in the darkness. I think that is very fitting for how these games have gone. MIBR emerging from the shadows to steal these rounds away from PKFE. 11. Got a handle on the situation here. A lot of support over towards B. They have been very heavily conditioned to stack over towards this site. Fortunately, that's going to cause issues because over towards A, that's where the pressure is right now. I say that. And they immediately rotate over back towards Banana.
Peak of reading this well. They've got 3 players posted up, ready for the attack. Throw yet another smoke. Whittling down the time. More and more and more. MIBR going to get a bit angsty here. They do send out Danny to try to cause some motion. Immediately, 11 rotates back over towards A. A masterful play from MIBR. And as soon as they hear the footsteps, they relinquish the utility.
Look at that. It's a little too late. They've been forced off the site, evacuated. That smoke in Graveyard is going to cause some issues. HE to try part it, get a little bit of a window insight as to what's going on in the site. But unfortunately, no kills to come off the back of it. In the meantime, that bomb goes down. There's no re-smoke available for CT, so now it's going to have to be the Firefights relying on their crossfires. Gabby gets one, but immediate trade. Kizza gets another, but in the meantime, the kill feed lights up blue, and now it's just Danny left trying to fight for this from CT. They know where she is, and she's not exactly got the easiest fight on her hands here to try and stop the defuse. They're just going to hold it, and that is exactly all they needed to do. The round comes on through, and PKFE, they take the lead.
Sheer willpower. They power through every smoke, everything. They find the kills. They find the round win. And Peak take the lead of Inferno. What a sublime retake from the Peak squad.
Sublime indeed. Their retakes have been looking really good so far. We didn't necessarily see that as much on Mirage. But I am so glad that we're having a little bit of a switch up here. Because they struggled on their CT side of Mirage.
They had one successful retake, and that was the sole round that they got on the CT side of Mirage.
Exactly.
So it's a new face of Peak, and loving every second of it. A flash to set up the rest of the team as they push over towards lane. A barrage of MP9 gunfire, barrage through, but it's Card to Banana to fall first. Danny takes down Dynasty. 4-1-3, another retake needed.
Weapons aren't amazing, and we've already seen PKFE win retakes like this, but smoke, that's going to cause some problems. That's the issue they had last round, is they didn't have any utility for this, and actually their utility cup runneth dry, so that was the last smoke they had available. It has to be these gunfights. Kizza, I think, just missed on the jiggle, doesn't know that there's so many players approaching, and Babs is going to be surprised. Danny as well, but they keep getting it done. These Tech 9s, they are singing loud and clear. Valulu manages to get 2, but it's Gabby, the final nail in the coffin, the final bullet in the head, and MIBR from a very pitiful bye win a perfect round.
Mirage was a back and forth affair on that first half, and we get the same kind of first half again. Just back and forth between this pair.
That indeed, MIBR. I think they're looking to just hit Banana again. That smoke, maybe not exactly where they wanted it to go, I have a feeling. It's kind of forced them either in or out of Banana. Considering that Valulu and Lulu are both there, it's going to be a little bit of a difficult fight. Danny, however, pushed up so far out mid, gets that opening pick. There is a trade elsewhere on the map to keep the numbers even. Reggion struggles to get the kill, but Danny saving there. Bacon. But Reggion has just let somebody slip through the gaps, and that's caused a problem because 11 just managed to get into Banana and ruin all of the plans as Reggion reloading. And the rest of the team probably wondering what is going on there. And now They've relegated themselves from B, but A side's completely empty. But mid, not safe. You can't just run up, back turned, and Reggion deciding to go back and fight that instead of try plant the bomb, and unfortunately that will lead to her demise in the round over to Peak Effie.
A brilliant ace from 11. Just gonna point that out there. That was an ace from 11. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Let's have a look at that. There's the first kill. Maybe the second. 11. Yeah, the fact that she manages to slip through the crack in the defense there, knows there's still one behind her, but just keeps fighting up Banana there. Incredible scenes.
Now the blood's pumping. We're ready to go. They put a lot of utility towards that top of mid. Do not want to get rushed upon. But Apps is unguarded. MIBR run rampant. Smoke plumes on top of balcony. Dynasty gets flashed. It's a bit awkward. Danny flashed. Everybody flashed. It was too effective.
MIBR still with the Tech 9s. That's all they need. They keep getting it done this way, and that bomb gonna be planted. Reinforcements so far away from the side, and honestly, I think the call to save already been made there. And MIBR, we talked about their fire, their passion, and on a map like Inferno, it seems like they just swarm. And it's very difficult to stop them. I like that they've sent Babs going hunting for some of these weapons. There's a little bit of money on some of these players, and I think they want to try take some more away here. Because anything they can do to damage the economy of Peak helps them even better.
Babs annihilates the save for Lulu. You got a lot of T's in front of you.
The only plus side there is that they died before time. That is the only plus side. They spent that whole round trying to save. I like that they went hunting for those weapons. Even the fact that they didn't have necessarily the greatest amount of money in the back pocket. So that was a very risky decision to make going hunting there. But works out in their favor and Peak. The only thing that they can say is they died before time. That's it. And even that doesn't really make... It's not even really a silver lining, to be honest. Because if you have a look at the buy that they've got here, it is a force, given how much money they had. But it does mean that the last couple of rounds of this half are going to be painful for them. Especially trying to fight for that final round of the half. They're going to have next to nothing in the bank account.
Oh, Daddy is in an awkward position, but allows her to strike. 11, still a menace. Not a menace for much longer. Valulu lost the love. Brilliant dig to take down Babs. Gabby pushed away, but goes in for the fight, goes in for the duel with low HP, secures 6 for MIBR.
Now, I can't help but feel that maybe it was a little bit of a faux pas to try buy into that round. Because they forced up those deagles, and yes, we saw a very nice one deag there, but I don't think that really made up for how poor of a buy this is going to be here to try fight for that 6th round. Of course, we saw 6-6 half on map number 1. It does really feel like this is going to favor MIBR at the half here, but I don't put it past them. If they can take these close angles, they are stacking over towards B. They can get some nice early aggression here, which is exactly what they're going for. It's not exactly paying off, however. The tables have turned, and it's actually MIBR just running them on down here. Reggion, that backstop to stop any further kills coming through, and Dynasty is just wondering what on earth went down. And there's no point not trying to go for this final round of the half. A deagle is all that she has to try do this with. Post plant established. They've already got Danny looking around. They know that she's not coming through Banana, so they can focus all of their attention here over towards CT and Church. And with that resmoke coming on through, there's only one direction she can go. And they're watching for her.
Dynasty finds the first, nearly finds the second, but can't quite get it done. It's 5-7. MIBR lead by 2 going into the second half.
7-5 is where we left off, and 7-5 is where we are going to pick up on this match. Pistol round really needed here from Peak if they want to keep going, because MIBR, they've been the queens of these openers. And Babs is going to be challenged here. Lets the first run past her, but unfortunately tries to go for the fight on the second. Takes their head clean off, however. Dynasty in 11, lovely opening kills. And now Kizza suddenly wondering how so many people have slipped through the cracks. Lulu 4K dancing around the bullets, gets the kill on Kizza, and suddenly Edgian's the only one left alive.
A clean round coming out from Peak. Everybody staying alive. Staying alive. Staying alive.
They are indeed clean round. And I'd love to see them continue on in that fashion going into the second round. Now, in the meantime, we have actually had some news that the other match, the one that is being streamed by our wonderful community streamers, has finished. It was a 2-0 to Atrix. Capyvaras losing, unfortunately, 13-1 on that second map. And actually, Capyvara is a team that some of the Peak FE players are quite familiar with. 11 has played on a lot of mixes with Chroma and Ellen from Capyvaras in the past. And talking of mixes, they didn't really want to walk into that blender of pistols. They are just going to back off. However, the blender of pistols is running towards them for Lulu. Trying to put a smoke to put some space. They disrespected. And actually, that's going to cause them some problems because Lulu 4K is just going to farm with the SMG but runs out of bullets. And suddenly, it's a 3v3, a little bit scarier than they were perhaps expecting.
Bomb gets dropped on over. Heads on over to the A bomb side to get planted down. The aim of the game is initiated. Bomb planted. Peak looking to secure a 7th and tie up this game. We do have Babs still looking in apartments. Looking a bit eager with that Mag 10 to try and find any exit frags or any openings towards the sides. They don't have a defuse kit. So they're living on hopes and dreams as Danny's also coming in to assist into library.
I have a feeling timer already too far gone here. Exit kill is going to be necessary. Danny tapping away. Immediate turn from Dynasty. However, Babs has an answer to the question, but only good for 1 kill. And that is a problem, however, because the bomb going to go off. Takes down Courage to Banana. However, it's a small price to pay for that 7th round to tie them on up. And MIBR, they're finally going to be awarded a bye, but that scoreboard looking a little closer than we initially anticipated. This has to be the round that they set themselves apart and set themselves up for an upward trajectory going into the rest of this half, unless we see map number 3. Pretty default here from MIBR starting off this round. A lot of utility, heavy nade usage over in Banana. Fortunately, the Molotov means that they don't quite get a line of sight into Banana themselves, but they're throwing out the util to try clear it on out slowly, and they can see nobody here. It's a lot of information because they can see Kizza and Babs. They're going to be playing up close to those mid players. Give them an early warning sign that something's coming.
MIBR have absolutely locked down the top of mid, so there's no entry point there. And it does give some time for the rest of the players over towards Banana to get more aggressive as Danny emerges from the cubby, takes down Lulu 4K with Gabby to assist from Car. Danny keeps poking and prodding for more.
I was a little bit worried that Danny was going to get caught out there because she was a little bit isolated up in the cubby, and I thought she was going to get overwhelmed, but actually the backup there from the backup there from Gabby is beautiful. Gives them the opening pick. And suddenly, Peak, they had a little bit of map control, and now they've not really got a whole lot. They've been awarded mid, but they can't really get any further past that. Reggian has a peek towards mid, takes down 11, and suddenly 3 players left, and they're pushing up forward. They're going to jump up apps where they have been given a bit of free reign here.
They get apps, but this crossfire is still lingering in wait. Babs is the one to strike. Courage Banana tries to find anything towards Banana, but Valulu tries to get the hopes and dreams alive for Peak, but it's denied. MIBR take back the lead of this game.
That they do. Whether they can keep it is another matter. However, the money not in an amazing place right now for Peak. That loss bonus hasn't racked up for them. They're just going to be on pistols. However, those pistols, they're expensive. That's a large chunk of their money gone. And if this doesn't go their way, or it doesn't go their way in a cheap way, they lose a lot of players. That money is not going to be sitting in a pretty space. Danny, Molotov in, just going to go hide as well, hoping no one clears her out, actually deciding to take the fight to them. Why bother hiding? The best defense is a good offense, and the nades come raining in. Daddy, a kill on the AK, and with a nade, Volulu finds a trade, but is the last left alive, fighting for their life. Actually just going to mow a couple of them down. Suddenly, 1v2, only 9 HP. They have the bomb, however, could get a plant here, and suddenly, this round already so much better than they could possibly ever have dreamed of. Bomb plant, and a chance to get this, however, wallbang comes on through. Babs not letting this one slide, avenges her teammates. But the fact that they managed to whittle it down to a 1v2 and a post plant there. MIBR, a couple of questions and a couple of eyebrows must be being raised.
Counter-terrorists win.
I'm just trying to comprehend what happened at the top of Banana. Danny goes absolutely berserk with a 4K. And then, as you say, the trade comes in, and then Volulu gets a double out of nowhere. We gotta replay this. Watch this. Danny, great headshot dig, sprays away onto Region, and Gabby finds a double with the dig. Oh, first one, two. Oh!
I think that second bullet wasn't even where she was looking. It just strayed. A beautiful headshot there. However, those are the sorts of plays that are going to be absolutely necessary if they want to see Dust Home. Is going to be those moments of excellence out of the midst of nowhere. MIBR, they have managed to fall by again once more. Their economy looking in a pretty good place, building up a little bit of money in the back pocket as well, which is a problem for Peak, because if they want to drag this out, they need to try and make sure that even if they're losing rounds, they're expensive. And that's not exactly been the case, given the fat stacks that some of these players are sat on. However, Lulu 4K jump up into apps here. Taken a lot of space for the team. However, MIBR, they've sensed that there's not really much of a fight going on in Banana, so they are going to try push themselves down and try force this fight a little bit.
Peak with a little bit more room to breathe. Working their way up top of mid. Lulu 4K searches and finds Region on the side. Exposed. Pit. Kizza picks up the remaining pieces and finds a double. Best to assist.
If Kizza had got any less than the 2K there, that could have been a huge problem for them. That site could have very easily gotten out of hand. And it's also just bought the time for MIBR to reinforce their defenses here. A little bit worried about the fact, though, we can see somebody floating around. It's 11 over on B. Played it completely, called it empty. Danny rushing on over there, has to be quiet, because if they can stay a mystery, and they might be able to get the drop on the kill here. Gabby does find Dynasty, but it is an eye for an eye here. They tap the bomb, trying to bait out these shots, and that they do, but the bomb still hasn't gone down, running out of time to do so as well. And now reconvergence over on B, and that bomb suddenly, all of the time they had to plant it, slipped away. I don't think they've got time to go over towards A. They're trying to clear out, go back, through Church, and it's only going to be into Danny, into their deaths.
Not too sure what the plan was there. I know that Cardi Banana was suspecting more rotations to come in through CT, but they were searching for just Danny. Danny's on an absolute rampage this game, currently 25 and 10, and you want to go fight against her? She's got God mode on. She's untouchable right now.
God mode in Church. It's the buff.
Yeah.
Now, they're running out of rounds to play with here. They have got a nice buy on their hands. They have to be careful of that HE to part the smoke. Babs does fire off a shot using that window of opportunity. It's not going to find anyone. Danny spots a couple of heads, though. Bullets go flying, and unfortunately, she is taken down. However, in the meantime, her team has her back. 3 kills to try and make up the difference. They swing the tides back into their favor, and suddenly it is a 4v2. Levin has to win this fight out, but Kizza has the angle, such a hard angle to clear there. And now Volulu left alone. A crawl through the underpass. Has to be wary though, because Gabby is already pushing up, taking this space. They know she's not over towards A. They have to have whittled down her location here. Gabby spots her on out. It's a messy fight, but Gabby wins it on out. And that's an 11th round, and Peak in a difficult spot right now.
Get a bit of deja vu. Wasn't it 7-11 the previous game?
It
We're back in the
was
same spot.
7-11.
Well, there's always 7-11 at some point.
There's
But it's
always
always the
another
same
7-11.
Ah,
Timeout being called. I think this is a nice place to have it positioned. I think it's getting to the point that they're running out of rounds. This is the final round that they have sort of to limit and stress test, because the economy, of course, with the max loss bonus is okay on T side, but it's not going to be enough for what they want to get done, especially because last map we saw them force by on that penultimate round, and then they had nothing really to defend and try fight for overtime. So they've learned from their mistake, and this time they've decided to go a little more economic here on the buy so that they can try fight in that 20th round to keep this map going, keep this series going. This round, it's got to be a stroke of genius. They are going to rush. Here's a lovely peek there. Gets the first. Here's the footsteps. Spots somebody jumping up there as well. Going to take the second fight. Spins around. Hears someone coming up the steps. Has Reggiane to back her up, however. They are just going to fall back a little bit and just barrage them with utility. Kizza, actually the flash is perfect, and they're going to find that kill, and Reggiane's had to back away a little bit to try and make up this space and not get overrun. The team called on over to assist.
Reggiane working her way through pit, finds 11 out in the open. Valulu picks up the bomb. 2 Tech-9s still in play, but we even got Gabby already in the backlines. Valulu waltzing away. She's spotted out is Gabby, but it's Gabby to get Cara de Banana. Valulu quick on the trade again. He's locked out of the A-bomb side as she decides to go lane. She makes a lot of noise, causes some commotion, tries to aggro a peek. One peek does come in, but it's on a retreat. He swings on out and gets taken down, 12-7. MIBR map and series point.
Difficult position to be in. And we haven't really seen the AWP come out a whole lot this map. And we do have one already waiting in the wings. And for the final round, the final boss here. 5 rounds in a row needed, and they've got to go up against this AWP on Baz, who we talked about maybe didn't necessarily have the most amazing time using it over on Mirage, not really having it online a whole lot. And they want to try and finally get this done. It is going to be Cara de Banana on the counter AWP, however. Opening picks go 1 apiece there. Babs on the repeat, doubles down, doubles up, and halves the opportunities for PKFE to try secure this round. Lulu 4K, the jump up is going to spot Danny. No kill to be found. It's information, and it is a game of info on this map. Babs, another one, single-handedly trying to get it done. Danny stealing 1 away, and now Just Dynasty trying to fight for this in apartment. Gonna round the corner, and there's so many people on the site waiting for her. Little utility to work with a smoke and a flash. An 85 HP to her name. Gonna jump down. Might have been heard there by Kizza. And they're going to round the corner. Babs on one side, Kizza on the other. Manages to deal and dispatch with Babs. Has to fight on against this AWP. And unfortunately, that is going to be the end there. Kizza, the final kill of the map. And that is going to be MIBR storming this series and getting themselves their first series point, first map point, first round on the tally board and in the standings.
A tremendous effort